friends, I am here at Smith. We are gonna keep our eyes open for some grocery deals today. It is not the best time of the day. It's the afternoon, like 4 o'clock. It's busy, there's people. If there have been clearance stickers all day, I'm pretty sure that they have already been picked through. We're just gonna go in randomly, see what the sale prices are, see what the clearance prices are. Can we come up with something to feed our family on a budget here in 2022? Right before Christmas? Let's find out. This is an amazing price. Half price, normally $10, $3 a pound. It is $1.50 a pound. Oh, they have hot Italian and regular bratwurst if you just wanted a regular one, and there's tons on clearance today. Just came up to me and she was like, hey, I got a complaint that you were taking pictures of people's cars in the parking lot. And I was like, no, I'm a YouTuber and this is my concept of the video that I'm filming today. So I took a video of myself, like with your sign behind me, and she was like, okay, I thought that was a weird complaint, but I had to check anyway. So that was I've actually never had one like that before, but I'm kind of looking at clearance bakery. We have these bagels for 99 cents, which looks amazing to me. And oh my gosh, how great do these look. $1.99 for these gorgeous bakery loaves. I do have a few go-tos in my house when it comes to clearance shopping, because you kind of end up with the same thing all the time. So let me just show you what I'm thinking right now. Obviously I have the bagels for 99 cents. You can do cream cheese, you could do a deli sandwich, you can do a peanut butter and jam sandwich for lunch, you can toast it, you can do an egg sandwich. For this sausage right here, obviously you're thinking pasta. A dried noodle, a thing of pasta sauce, and this super easy meal. I even found this clearance Parmesan if you want to bump it up a notch. I found some burgers in here, so I did get some buns, but we do need to head over to produce and pick up a few side dish items. We'll see if there's milk here, fruit, and we'll try and put together some semblance of a meal plan, and we'll see what we end up spending. For today's video, I am assuming that you have a basic pantry at your house. I've done a ton of videos on creating a basic pantry on a budget, just your basic seasonings, your oils, flour, sugar, that sort of thing. So assuming you have all of that, you should be able to do this meal plan. I'm here in the frozen food aisle because frozen veggies is the way to go, friends. I'm just looking for something super cheap, like as an easy side dish. Like cut green beans. This is so easy. I have a broccoli and cauliflower. These are a little more expensive here than they would have been at Walmart, but it's still gonna be fine. So I'm trying to think of what else can I put together with my sausage, because I only was gonna use half the package for my pasta dish. So I have half a package of sausage that I could make a chili. It's really cold today for us. It's supposed to snow today, so a chili would be super nice. So let's do like a really easy 5-bean chili, which requires very little effort. My cart is full, and I think with my pantry staples, we can put together some meals here. So let's check out, see what my total is, and I'll show you the haul and some recipes when we get home. The grocery haul you see before you from Smith's was $75.98. A good portion of that coming over here from the meat department. However, friends, I think we could probably put together meals for a family of 6 for essentially a week with what you see before you, adding in your basic pantry items. A couple of these items could also be pantry staples. Like I consider dry rice to be a pantry staple. I consider pasta to be a staple along with like onions, pasta sauce, and some canned goods. But I will be bringing in some basic pantry items that I think everyone should have. If you haven't seen my like build a beginner pantry video, I'll try and find that and leave it below for you. Let's make some meals out of what we have and we'll see how well we can eat this week. Several breakfast options are going to be to take the yogurt. This is actually a pretty big bowl. It's about an entire cup of yogurt, which is enormous. And if you keep oatmeal in your stockpile at all, it's very easy to put together a little bit of granola like this and top it with some of those delicious blueberries. Now, I don't know about you, but a breakfast like that always makes me happy. Another breakfast option is to take that same yogurt in a blender bottle, something like this, throw in those blueberries, a scoop of protein powder, and water. You don't even have to have milk in this. The water mixed with the protein powder is basically gonna create your milk for you. I always have protein powder on hand. I buy it on clearance, on sale, whenever I can. I always have several of those. Let's add 6 to 8 ounces of water. And this is gonna have over 30 grams of protein in it. Now, because I didn't add ice to mine, it's more drinkable than scoopable. Could even get a smaller cup like this and divvy it out between some kids. Guys, this is delicious. Cheers. Now, last but not least, you can make yourself your favorite oatmeal recipe and top it with fresh fruit. If you have bananas, that would be really, really nice. Some peanut butter, that would be great too. Lunch one day, I have a toasted bagel with cream cheese because I had cream cheese in my fridge. If you don't have cream cheese, peanut butter, like toasted bagel with peanut butter is one of my all-time favorites. Also, you could just do butter and jam. I always have butter and jam hanging out at my house. Cheers. Dinner for the first night and also lunch for tomorrow is going to be hamburgers and baked beans. So this is already done and cooked. I did get 1 package of buns. There are 8 in here and 8 of these enormous patties. These are 1/4 pound patties. Really, really filling. So all 6 of us can have 1 burger and some baked beans tonight. And then 2 people can have burgers in their lunches tomorrow. So I'm gonna turn the grill on and cook all these up right now. I'm gonna saute some of this sausage with an onion, add some sauce, cook some pasta, mix it all together. We'll have a side of frozen vegetables. Bada boom, bada bang, we're done. Did get this Parmesan cheese on clearance as well, $2.49, so add this to my sauce. Give it some saltiness, thicken it up just a little bit, because cheese is life. This chicken rice soup is a dish I grew up eating. It's a childhood favorite of mine, and here is the base of it. Celery, onions, and carrots all chopped up. I also purchased the rice at the store and the clearance bread. This is gonna go with our dish. Some pantry items include some chicken broth of whatever kind. I just have this large one that's in my pantry all the time, some thyme, and some bay leaves, probably salt and pepper. This is basically all you need. So I'm heating up my large pot right here. This was a gift by my stepmom about 8 years ago, and it's like my go-to. It's really large. It's a 9-quart, like cast iron pan. I adore it. So I will saute my vegetables over here with some olive oil, and then the remaining cooked chicken that I have is gonna go in at the end. So right now we're just kind of making a really nice, beautiful stock base for our soup. Oil is in, here come my delicious veggies. Now that all my veggies are soft, it's time to add about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of rice. I usually just eyeball it until it looks right. And once the rice is cooked, it's gonna turn more into a stew than a soup. I'd say at least 1.5 cups. I have 8 cups of chicken broth here, And of course, if it looks a little dry, you can add more chicken broth. If it looks, oh, I am pulling out these thyme stems. Don't want to eat those. And as soon as the rice is fully cooked in about 20 minutes, this is about what your soup should look like. It's pretty thick. Make sure you take out those bay leaves. Taste for salt. And I will get that bread sliced up and dish this out. And if there are any leftovers, my mom always doubled and tripled this recipe growing up. But if there's any leftovers, I would single-handedly like plow through the leftovers by myself. That's how much I adore this soup. Here's the completed chicken rice soup, which as you can see, ends up being extremely thick, more like a stew or kind of a casserole in a pot, I guess. But this is the way my mom always made it. Really, really thick with the rice. The rice soaked up all the broth. And of course, I have some of that clearance whole wheat grain bread sliced up on the side, which is an excellent application. I am very, very excited about tonight's dinner. Another dinner, we're putting together a sausage chili. So I have the rest of these sausages. I'll take them out of the casings. And I chopped up some more of the carrots, celery, and onions right here that we will saute in my saucepan that's heating up now. Here's my kidney beans and hot chili beans that I purchased at the store. And here are some pantry items. I have chili powder, obviously salt and pepper. I don't know if I'm gonna add the black beans. I just got them out in case. These are my Dollar Tree name brand find for right now. And I have this beef broth also just in the pantry. Wanna use that up. Once this is hot, we'll start sauteing our vegetables. Oh no, that's stuck. Had these guys a long time. For my chili, I have added my crushed tomatoes here, my can of chili beans that I'm kind of rinsing out with some water, 1/4 cup of chili powder, which I had in my pantry, 1 bouillon cube, beef broth. 1 cube is essentially 2 cups of beef broth. And because I'm adding this water, I think that'll go nicely because I use pork sausage and not ground beef like I normally would. I'll add some hot sauce, some Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of salt. Let this simmer for about 30 minutes and I'll add the rest of my beans in here and do a little taste test. In comes my 1 can of black beans and kidney beans and simmer for another like 15 or 20 minutes and then it's up to you to serve this however you like. My favorite way is to serve it on top of rice. It is the way I grew up eating it, although I realize that that's weird to some people. But we can definitely pull out the chips that we bought, the guacamole that we bought, and top this with those as well. Here is our sausage bean, like 10 can bean chili. It was probably like 5 cans. I used the clearance guacamole that I purchased and the chips that I purchased to go with this bowl of chili. I may have gone a touch heavy on the chili powder. It has got a kick, but the flavors are bold, in your face. That is exactly how I like to eat. Another serving option for you is the following. Rice is a great meal extender. If you have a big family, it's really inexpensive. And I didn't use up all my rice for the week with the chicken rice soup. So this is a way to get probably double the amount of meals with your chili. And to me, it just feels like home. Here's what I've learned from this experience and this experiment. If you don't have a basic pantry, it's gonna be really, really hard to stick to your budget. So I'm still going to say, go back to some of my previous videos, I'll leave below, and start building up a basic pantry. That will kickstart any cooking that you can do. The number 2 thing I found is without your weekly staples of, let's call it milk, eggs, bread type of items, the lunches are pretty sparse. I didn't realize how much I had relied on like sandwiches and my clearance snacks and garden produce from my friends that I had relied on. So I would say this was quite a struggle to make sure that lunches were fine, but because of my basic pantry, breakfasts were a piece of cake to me. The dinners were excellent, filling, delicious, everybody was happy. And using the leftovers of those for the last couple of nights for dinners, we were out, it's over. There's nothing extra. The amount that I spent at the beginning of the week, it's tight in 2022 to feed 6 people off of that dollar amount. I think maybe if I tried $100 for the week, I might be able to be a little more satiating, you know. I think I'd like to try it again. If you have any delicious, budget-friendly family recipes for dinners that you would like me to try and feed my family and see if we like them, go ahead and leave a comment down below with that recipe and I'll pick a couple to try out the next time I do a challenge like this. Thanks for hanging out with me. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.